I got too much stuff on this counter. Hello. Hi. It's Sunday. It's Sunday, fun day. Love me some Sundays. Hello. Hi, everyone. Come on in this room and join me. Keep me company while I do what I've been doing all day, which is non-stop. And I'm so thankful and grateful that I get to be non-stop. All the way live. Y'all see this green beret? This tam I'm wearing? Okay, it matches my dress, but you can't really tell because I got on an apron. But it's a dress. And my husband used to always complain about I don't hardly wear dresses. Now he says I'm overdoing it. I don't know. Apparently that means he likes the dresses. Everybody busy today? Everybody's Sunday been great? I hope so. Ooh, wow, that onion is strong, and that's a salad onion. I'm right here. Hello. Where am I? Who do I have the pleasure of spending some quality time with? Because I don't have my readers. I need to go grab them so I can see. Oh, here's the pair. Right here, I'm always looking for the things. Latasha Melvin. Hi, how are you, Latasha? How are you doing? Come to hang out? Thank you for joining. I'm about to cook some yummy pinto beans with smoked turkey. Right now, I'm just preparing some ground turkey meat for the grill. So while I prepared that for my husband to put on the grill, I figure I'll do that and wait for people to come in. Then I'll start the pinto beans. So basically, I'm just seasoning up this one just to make, because he already has chicken on the grill. I don't know. Lately we've been on this chicken kick. I don't know what that's about, but it's been coming out delicious. So in the turkey, ground turkey, all I'm doing is putting in, like, I put some habanero peppers. That's just one of my habits. Beautiful day. It has been. This is what I'm saying. I hope everybody's day has enjoyed their day, because it really has been a great, nice day. I didn't get out till about 3. Okay. I'm cooking right now. I'm just seasoning up some ground turkey for the grill, but the actual meal is going to be, the actual thing I'm doing on live is pinto beans and smoked turkey wings. But right now I'm just seasoning up. I'll show you. Let's see if I can do this right. I'm just seasoning up the ground turkey meat, and so my husband could put that on the grill. And he already has 2 kinds of chicken. What I did was I made 1 chicken. I cut up a whole chicken and I just cut it in half. So he has 2 half chickens on the grill. And that's more like I made an Asian marinade with ginger. I didn't do it on live because I was trying to get out the house to go to the mall and I didn't have time. Smoked turkey is so good. Yes, I'm using the wings. I'm using the smoked turkey wing. And the thing about it is, I always usually get my smoked turkey from the bodega, like either Fancy Fruit or what's the one on the bodega on Memorial. I usually go to one of those.
Oh, what's in there? People's Choice?
Super Choice or Fancy Fruit. But lately, I've been getting it from Walmart. And he brought in some chicken. I guess he brought in some grilled chicken off he wanted me to taste it. So which one is this? The hot one?
No, that's the one that's all pieces.
Oh.
Take it off now.
Very good.
Take it off now.
Mm-hmm. So one of the chickens was a half. I cut a whole chicken in half, and I seasoned that Asian style. Was like ginger, and I put a variety of mustards like
good, huh?
Dijon and a spicy brown. And I put the sugar in it. Is he making turkey burgers? Yes. Come over. This is my husband, and he's the grill man. He's been on the grill a couple of days, so enjoying here and there. Excellent. He's the brisket man too. There's no one I've never had. We had a food truck, a barbecue food truck, and we had we had brisket on there.
I'll be back.
And so he taught himself, because at first, you don't know what you're doing. We were good. We always been good at chicken, and we constantly was evolving with our ribs. They were pretty good. They were excellent at some point. They got to be really good. And we could smoke the heck out of a pork shoulder, because that's the main thing. Like in Lakeland, they like to eat. Most of the people who like barbecue love pulled pork. So we had to learn how to be good at that. So I got to be careful here what I got in here. It's parsley. I got, what the heck I got in here? Onions, pepper, salt, garlic. That should do it for the hamburgers. Yeah, he's the grill man. So he perfected his brisket, because we used to do Pig Fest. And we did a couple of competitions out there. We didn't win, because winning in Pig Fest, when it comes down, especially to brisket, our brisket was fabulous. And it sold out. So that's where we won at. We won that with our customers. But we only tried twice. So as far as placing and winning, it's more of a presentation thing. They like the flavors. Yeah, they want it to be tender and taste good. But the people who win have been coming years, one after another every year. And they hire people a lot of times to set up their presentation boxes. No. Food truck? No. No, now, the thing about it is, I like the way I'm doing it now, because the food truck at the time was an idea that we had 2. The first food truck was like, it was kind of like, it didn't match compliance. It was hand built by someone who built grills, and we kind of sort of just trusted him to put it together, and we spent a lot of money on it. So from there, I bounced back and I bought actually a real trailer that came. I had it outfitted. It didn't come with refrigerators and appliances, but it had the gas lines hooked up. It had the compliant sinks and all that. But I sold that. I mean, I did it for a while, and it actually, we kind of got burned out from that. So no. Now, who I would like to see with a food truck, because mine wasn't a truck, it was a trailer. You had to hook it up to the back of our pickup. But who I would like to see with a food truck is my daughter, because this girl can cook the heck out of some breakfast and everything. So, but that may happen one day if she, she decides she want to do that. But right now, I'm just going to pat out these burgers. Then I'm going to get started with the with the pinto beans. But the food truck was fun. I mean, we did very well. Like I said, Pig Fest several times. What else? We had accounts. We had business accounts as well. Rada, I don't know if you ever heard of Rada Construction. Rada Construction would hire us all the time, exclusive, to do their corporate catering because they loved everything. He actually, one of the owners of there, actually came to my house and did a food tasting because he liked the food. He left out of here, and after he tasted the food, he was like convinced. He said, so anytime he had a corporate thing for his employees, he would call me. So that was good. And then we also had an account at the call centers, the different call centers, and at what used to be Bright House is now Spectrum. We used to have an account with them. So I got around and did pretty good, but after a while, no. And I loved it. But it was just, it's nothing to play with. Not the level of barbecue that we were cooking. Had we just stayed real simple, it might have worked. So anyway, I hope these turkey burgers will be good because I really didn't, Eddie, I didn't go all out with these turkey burgers. Show them your chicken. Let me show you guys his chicken. Check this out, Latasha. Now you know this is the grill man right here. Check this out.
Okay, taste it.
Girl, okay, do you see that right there? Do you see that? I've got to learn it through thumbnails for my YouTube because I have a YouTube channel and it's called Eat Healthy, Live Happy. And the only way for you to go and subscribe, I figured it out today, was if you go click through one of my videos, like say you see one of my older videos that I uploaded, and then, come on chicken, she said, and then you would be able to subscribe from there. You could get whatever you want, Parker. You made it.
Yeah.
Yes, honey. That is what he does.
It's too full.
Okay, take that away.
Yeah. Okay.
That is what he does. And I'm not going to blame him for me being big at the time. I was really big, but I didn't know I was. I didn't know as big as I was. But I didn't really eat like what you would think. Big people don't always eat a lot. They don't always be the reason why they big. But I did love one thing. I didn't eat no 2 or 3 pounds of crawfish. That was once a year. Leave me alone. That was once a year. You ordered it. But yeah, he has a smoker. He has a small grill. It's like about that big, and it's what do you call that? It's vertical. Right, vertical blinds. It's like that, and it's about 4 or 5 levels. And when he would put chicken in there, give it a break. I mean, for real. I have never had grilled chicken anywhere, and that's not because of my husband, because if he couldn't cook, I would tell him. But then, like I was going back to what I was saying, he perfected that brisket to a science, because what he did was he read up on it, and he got his little thermometers together, and he learned when to do what to the brisket and where to put it at on your grill and how to move it around and when to cover it, when to wrap it, and when to, he learned the temperatures and everything. So he really did well with that. And one day he might, I call him, Mr. Brisket. One day he might actually do them for people. He's a truck driver, so when he's home, he may be able to take orders. And we also do smoked turkeys too around the holidays. Now that we'll do. I still have a 100-gallon grill out there now. That sucker is it's got to be about 10 or 12 feet long, wide. It's a grill that you could, restaurant-size grill, and I got that up for sale. That was the last part of because I sold the truck. And they trying to stiff us for that grill. People want you to give it to them. The grill is $4,000 that I'm selling it, but they think they're supposed to get it for $2,000. I said, no, that grill's $4,000, and it will sit there until the right person comes along and pays for it. I had it built from the scratch. So yeah, that's the chicken. And these are the turkey burgers. I'll show you these in a minute. They don't look, of course, wonderful now because they just turkey, they raw. But they are going to be wonderful, I hope. Because I did a light seasoning. Here go the turkey burgers. and they're all patted out and ready for the grill. Cause we try to honestly, we try to stay away from beef as much. Of course, I like a good beef burger too, but turkey never fails you if you season it up right and you did I put? Yes. I'm gonna put. I put a little bit of onion on them because I'm gonna put some on top after they're cooked. I'll put some more. You know, sometimes you like a raw onion. Come on, y'all. Come on in and hang out with me and Latasha. Now I'm going to get started on the pinto beans. So, Latasha, I'm just going to say a quick prayer. Father, I thank you that you have blessed me to do what you put in my heart to do and not to run away and not to be afraid. And whether I get one viewer or I get 1,000 viewers, one is just as important as 1,000. And I thank you right now for Miss Latasha Melvin that she came in on the live and keep me company and enjoy. And I pray that her day goes, the rest of her week goes wonderful. I pray for her family that you keep every last one of them, every head be accounted for, God. I pray that you would bless her household and that you would richly increase her and multiply her according to her faith in you, God. And I thank you, Father God, for her health and her strength. And I pray this for everyone that joins my live. You come in, you get blessed by the powers of prayer through the faith in Christ that I have and prayerfully that you have, knowing that God is able. He's able to do exceedingly and abundantly above all that we could ever ask or think. And it's according to the power that worketh in us. And I just thank you right now in Jesus' name. Oh, yeah, I can't see. Thank you. I had LASIK surgery done about 2 years ago, but it stopped. You can see for distance, but not close up. So what I'm going to do is just turn the camera this way because, of course, you'll see my busy kitchen over here. I got a bunch of stuff going on. So the other chicken I made, the marinade is barbecue. That's the one he just cooked that he brought in. It's like a barbecue because I eat healthy and live happy is all about. Thank you. You're welcome. Hi, Leslie. Thank you. I certainly love to pray for my viewers because you guys are like the friends that I asked God for. 3 years ago when I started on my journey when the Lord brought me on my journey to take this weight off, because I was like 200 and almost 50 pounds and I'm almost 5'4", and I'm not knocking heavy people because some people can do it, but this girl right here, hope it don't look too messy in the background. This girl right here can't do it. That cart right there was part of my catering cart, so it stays busy. I got to get it neater than that, but it's all good. It's just cooking stuff. You rockin', Sharon. Hi, Leslie. Hi, Leslie. I just did a prayer, and I included you in the prayer, And so, going back to that, when the Lord started me on the journey, it's been a long road, but I'm so thankful because throughout the time I went through everything that anybody could go through as far as food, from vegetarian to almost vegan to I was juicing like crazy, everything, trying to combine exercise, trying to do this, do that. So God had me now at a place of peace. I'm at peace. I did keto. I'm at peace now. The only thing I do now is keep up with my workouts and make sure that I follow a healthy, as far as I can, a healthy, I learn it's evolving every single day. So when I cook, I try to do things that are going to be conducive to that at all times. Now, this morning, my husband loved to eat. He also started following what I do. Not exactly when it comes down to everything, but he was approaching being diabetic because they had his doctor had already prescribed metformin, and he refused to take it. And so this here better be good. He refused to. I smell everything, so don't mind me. He refused to take it, and I said, well, if you don't take the metformin, Shiro. If you don't take the metformin, then what is your plan? Okay, I said, what is your plan? Because you cannot not take, I'm a registered nurse as well. So I already know it's not like you can, doctors don't know everything, but your labs are telling them something. And then it's not like you can ignore it. So he said, well, I'm just going to abstain from whatever he was doing, which was the sugary juices, because he's on the road. And it's hard, you know, on the road, a truck driver, for you to find things. Like back in the day, they had a lot of mom and pops restaurants you could pull in and get kind of like a home cooked meal, but now everything is fast food city and all of it's full of stuff to kill you. So he let me get this pot. So he did that. As much as hard as it is, he got on this, you know, he got on a plan where he I should have had these turkeys boiling while I was doing that. He got on a plan where he cut back on his sugar by eliminating the sugary drinks. And he, Eddie, yeah. Can you give me about 4 waters? Give me what? 4 waters. Oh, okay. You know, I meant to have these turkeys boiling already, but we're gonna still talk about the beans, even if you won't see the finished beans because it's gonna take it's gonna take a little while. I'll probably do it in 2 videos because I don't want to keep you on here, but or lose you. But he gave up a lot of the things he was doing, which was you know how you go and you get you a burger and some fries and a soda. So he stopped doing that. He stopped getting the soda. He started drinking like unsweetened tea, and he started putting like the organic. No, yeah, you can put those on the grill. Organic stevia in that. So he dodged that one. And he knows, and then also you know, the bread and everything. So we eat. Oh, you put all that bread up? No. Okay, I'm going to show them the bread right here. So I had discovered this bread right here. Now, a lot of people were on to they were talking about the Aldi's has this one. It's just funny how I got these things on hand. I didn't even intend to talk about this. But Aldi's sells this one. This was the first one that I got my hands on. And no shade, but I don't care for it, you know. When I eat, I like flavor. That's just what they choose to sell. This one is carried by Chamberlain's, but it comes from Sammy's Bakery, and they're in Tampa. You see Pops. Pops always, Leslie, Pops always trying to make a darn appearance, you know. When I'm cooking, here he go. He walked through the kitchen. And when I look back on the videos, I see him. And I go, see, people think I cook with a dog in the kitchen. Not really. He doesn't stay in the kitchen necessarily. He comes by. He does a walk by to smell what's going on. Because he also likes his food. He likes me to cook his food. Some of his food. But this bread right here is carried by Chamberlain's. And I just picked up 4 loaves of this today. I picked up. So this is a low carb sourdough bread. When I tell you, unless you just don't like the flavor of sourdough, when I tell you that's some good bread, you would not even know. And right now I'm just boiling the turkey. I'm boiling the smoked turkey because I don't cook smoked meat straight off you know, I boil it. I pour off the debris. I call it the debris. And then I will reincorporate it into my pot. And I prefer smoking it myself, but we don't have time. So I bought this. And he can smoke my turkey for me anytime. He knows how to do that very well. So this bread, going back and forth because I'm good at that. This bread right here is about, I think it's about $5 a loaf. And you probably go, wow, that's a lot. But it's not. Because number 1, the flavor. Number 2, I get a senior discount. So I get 20% off. Yeah. Let me put my, where the heck did you see, this is the problem when you senior. Now, I don't know where my readers are. I never do. I just had them, but who knows? I need to put them around my neck. I don't know. Oh, here they go, right here. And I can see better. Okay, she said she didn't know sourdough. Okay, they are fur babies. Yeah, you are a fur baby. You are not a senior citizen. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Anyway, so this right here is a thing, Latasha. It is a thing if a person wants to have bread. I did not realize how much of a bread lover I was. But of course, I will go to the restaurant like Olive Garden or whatever. Now, Red Lobster couldn't get me that much because I really don't have, I'm not all into their biscuits. I eat one or two, but see, that was too much. Them 2 biscuits was it. But like, if I went to Olive Garden, which I don't frequent these places anymore because of the high content of sodium and also the cytotoxins, and there's nothing there that's been prepared homemade from scratch. But I would eat a basket of breadsticks. Yeah, oh yes, I happen to be that old, but not that old. Age is a state of mind. Age is like, I think it's really just a marker for the time of your footprint on the earth. It's just a marker for the footprint that you've been here on the earth. Now, if you buy into society's mindset, then that's how you begin to act like they tell you should act. I don't buy into society's mindset because God said he restored my youth as the eagles. So that means that as long as I put my trust and faith in him, not that, hey, when it's your time, it's your time. But the time that I am here, I'm going to live, not die, and declare the works of the Lord. That's that. And I'm going to live in health and in peace and in strength. I have my share of challenges, okay? Just like anybody else. But I'm going to overcome. I am an overcomer. So therefore, I don't allow age. My mother got on me about that. Thank you, Latasha. I appreciate that. My mother got on to me. I used to be all caught up in that age thing. And my mother was like, why are you so age, affiliated? I said, I don't know. I thought that's what happened. But yeah, so that sourdough bread could save you from a lot of problems because it's low carb. I didn't read off the, I should have told you about what was in it. I might do that. But yeah, it's excellent. You can use that to make, like I'll eat my turkey burgers on that. I don't eat white bread, generally speaking, but that one and the low carb tortillas, those are the only 2 things that get me that I'll have that does have flour in it. But Sammy's does a great job. They also make like a low carb 7-grain bread. If you go into Chamberlain's, you'll see it. They have a low carb 7-grain bread. Then they have gluten-free breads. It's that's different stuff. And they bring it in. You can even go to Tampa and pick it up yourself. Because I've called them. Because sometimes Chamberlain's is kind of like, they don't have it. And I was like, I always have to go to Tampa. But they usually come through. They come through. And they get it. Yeah. So that has saved me. I don't even worry about bread. Because I buy 4, 5, 6 loaves at a time. And he'll take like 2 loaves with him on the truck. And he can get a burger. Let's say he gets stuck and he wants a hamburger. Well, he'll just get the burger. You know how they make it without the bread? They put all the fixings in the tray. And then he just goes back to his truck and he puts it on that bread. And that helped him to dodge that bullet of being on, because when he went back to the doctor, they said, oh, your blood sugars are really good. So now so doctor was like, well, what did you do? And he took off some weight. About 25 pounds because of that too, because he's conscientious now. My husband will read the labels. He's really good. I was surprised. He'll go into the store and he'll, like sweets and stuff. He like it. Oh Lord, that habanero got me. All I did was cut it open, but it's peppery. So he'll still get stuck sometimes staring at certain things like ice cream, but he'll read it first. And he'll say, oh my God, that's a ton of whatever. Look at all the added sugar. He pays attention because he doesn't want to eat. He doesn't want to be diabetic. So that's how that works. So now what I'm doing is I'm cutting up peppers, green peppers, and I'll show you those. Of course, everybody knows how to do this. I cut myself earlier too. You see? I was cutting the chicken in half. All I was doing was taking the back out of the chicken. I had just sharpened this darn knife right here. So I went to cut the chicken in half, and I kind of like knew my finger was in the way, but my brain must have chicken finger didn't move. And then I felt the knife, and I said, oh, I hate that cuts and pops of the grease popping. Anybody that watch my videos know I got a problem when it comes to that. But however, God saved me from cutting it too deep. Hey, Sabrilla, how are you? Hey, girl. I've been seeing all them fabulous pictures that you got. You look good. You look real good. All right. And what's that? Yeah. When I cut that, my finger, for some reason, my finger, like I thought about it for a second. Move your finger, but something happened. I didn't move it. And I felt the pain, and I was like, oh. And it didn't go deep, but it bled, and I had to keep putting pressure. And then I went through this, like my third Band-Aid. They done gave me this Band-Aid here at the Bath and Body Works. They gave me this one because I had pressure on it, and I kept on changing tissue. It's not even a big cut. It's just that it took about 2 minutes to start bleeding, but when it did, it bled for hours. But it's fine now. I only got like a little sting. But honey, honestly, when we had our catering truck and we cooked regularly, somebody was getting cut or burnt. That's just the way it go. Oh, good, Sabrilla. I'm glad to see you on here. And you looking, like I say, fabulous online, on social media, doing well. So, I am cooking right now. I already prepared turkey burgers, like I prepped them. So, my husband put them on the grill. And then he brought in some chicken. I'm gonna show the people who just I made a marinade for it, so it looks like that. That's why it looks like that, because it sat in the marinade. Now that didn't even sit overnight. That's kind of like just maybe while I was out, he put it on. So it must have sat like 2 hours, 3 hours. I like my meat to sit overnight. Had that sat overnight, but see, I did a video last time that shows how I clean chicken. I'm going to do it again because I didn't show the lime and the coarse, what is that, kosher salt that I use. I believe in that. On the catering truck, that's what I did. I cleaned my chicken using kosher salt and lime. Sometimes one or the other, and sometimes both, depending on what you have. But right now, I'm just cutting up the, carefully, like Latasha said. Lord Jesus, don't let it come from. I'm just cutting up the onion, green pepper, yellow pepper, red pepper, and I had never put a habanero in there. I got this thing about hot food. But it's not going to be spicy to where it burns your tongue, because I take the seeds out. I want people to enjoy their food, but have that little edge to it. And then I'm going to add some celery and some of these here bay leaves to the beans. I don't know if you ever use that. That come out the bodega. But yeah, that what I do with my beans, in case we don't get it to see the whole thing, is I put the smoked turkey in the water, and then I boil that, right, to get all of the dirt off of it and different things that I don't want. Some of the sodium, some of them nitrates, because they got nitrites in that. The preservative, salt, and then I pour that off. And once I pour that off, I'll save just a tiny bit of it. And then I refill the water. And then I make like a broth for my beans. And then I will, once that gets going and it's seasoned like I like it, I'll pick my beans. Now, I asked my daughter-in-law the other day, yesterday, let me close these cabinet doors. I asked my daughter-in-law, I said, because sometimes you think that everybody knows how to do what you do. And it's a lot I don't know. So I'm sure it's a lot of people that don't know how to do some of the things I do. But I took for granted. And I said, pinto beans, I won't want to see that. But I said to her, she's 20, I think she's 23. And she and my son have 4 children together. And my son grew up on stuff like this. She's Hispanic, Jewish. And he grew up on this type of stuff. But she said, I said, do you know how to make pinto beans? And she said, no. I said, you know how to make pinto beans? I said, well, then do you think, I said, that would be a good subject, right? I could do that one, a good video. She said, yeah. I was like, okay. Because I usually eat that type of stuff, you know, during the winter months. And we're moving into the spring soon. So I wanted to get that type of dish done while people may still be snuggling and want a hot type of bean soup and something that's filling. Men especially, my grandson that you see back there, forget about it. He's Nigerian. So all you have to do is have some rice. I'm not trying to be funny, but true to the blood that run through his veins. Beans and rice, and that's it. That's it. He know how to make it too. Cause you like pinto beans? Yes. And black eyed peas, I was doing those closer to when the new year came in. I was doing black eyed peas, pinto beans as well. And I think I did some lima beans. But like I try to do beans at least twice a month. But with him and my husband, I have to do like a 2-pound bag. So I'm going to show, like, in a minute, I'm going to show exactly how they look, because knowing that my daughter-in-law didn't know how to cook them, then I had to start from the beginning and say, okay, well, this is how you clean them, and this is what you should get off of them. So that, you know, she would know. When she get a chance to look at the video, she could see. Because I don't know how people do them. I only know how, you know, my grandmother and my mom showed me. And my grandmother, she was the first person that took me in the kitchen. Her and my mother together, but I remember her more. I think my mother was very young and in school, so it was like my grandmother was always there. Because, you know, my mom had me. She was 14 years old when she gave birth to me. So I saw my grandmother more than I did my mom. And she was still doing other stuff, trying to go to school. And I just recently lost her in May of 2020. And that was my world. The lady on here knows my mom, Leslie. That was my world. Her and my children, you know. But anyway, my husband and stuff. So what I got going on here, these pinto beans have been cleaned already. They've been soaked overnight and they've been cleaned. And so what happens is you get something that you can say, all right, when you pick them and clean them, let me show y'all. This is how they look now. They're all picked, clean, and soaked. They've been there overnight. And then I wanted people to see who don't know, when you pick them, this is what you get, the debris. You see, that's the stuff you don't want, which is the skins, the broken beans. Sometimes you find rocks, and sometimes you might even find bugs because they come out of a factory. So I pick them, and this is how much stuff I got off of them. And this is what I got left. And there could still be a broken bean and two in there, but if I see it, I'll take it out. Yeah. So a lot of times people may think that you could just, some people may think that you could just open up the package of dried beans and pour them in a pot. No, they need to sit, because beans cause a lot of gastric disturbance. So you want them to sit, right? Sit overnight in some clean water, preferably bottled water. Sometimes I do that. And then I just found another broke bean, because they rise to the top. The stuff that you don't want generally will rise to the top, like the skin and everything. And I found some more broken beans, a few. And then after they soak like that, as they're soaking, what I do is I pour off the water in between soaks. Yeah, see, some people don't know, because like I said, I asked my daughter-in-law, she doesn't know. So she might decide, oh, I'm going to try these beans and just open them up, rinse them off, and throw them in the pot, because she doesn't know. But yeah, so, and these are my kitchen, like, chronicles or diaries. So maybe long after I'm gone, they'll be able to come back and say, well, how do you cook this or that? That's the power of social media. They can look at my videos and they can see what I did. I think that's very, very priceless. So I can get rid of this because this is garbage. But yeah, so then after, in between soaking, you know, I pour off the tardy water, and then I'll just pick, and wait for the debris to rise to the top. Those skins and those broken beans, they'll generally show themselves. And I'm also going to prepare some of these things. Who likes these green things? I know y'all know what this is. Everybody know what this is. I love these zucchinis. And I'll take these and cut them up and just throw them in the pan with some butter or olive oil, however, whatever I got. And then I will add a little, maybe a little bit of sea salt, maybe some garlic, maybe not, I don't know. So right now, I got this, once I cut this, I'm going to show you. Got this wonderful, actually you can see it from there. I just like to turn the phone the other way because it's better. But you can see it from there. I got this really pretty assortment of vegetables that's going to go into the beans. That's what I do. I make a soup broth. And I don't bother to saute any of this ahead of time because I don't want that flavor to come up. I want the actual vegetable to make like a soup. That's it. If you were to boil all this stuff together, you would have a soup. You could add a few other things and make it a soup. So I want the freshness of it. I probably need another celery stick. And then right here is a couple of bay leaves on top. So this is red pepper, yellow pepper. This is green pepper. Right in here is habanero. I'm still cutting up this. I don't care how these onions are. They just gonna go in there and boil. They don't have to be the same size. And then I'm gonna do this celery. And I think that's it, unless and I'll probably put some chopped garlic in there too. I'm just waiting for those turkey, because they were big, and I don't generally, like I said, I don't generally use those. I generally go get the ones from, I don't eat those. Eat what? Latasha, I don't eat those. What don't you eat? Which thing? Oh, the zucchini. I forgot I already showed you that. You don't like zucchini? You like squash? You like the yellow squash? Right, you don't like zucchini. Do you like the squash? I don't think my mother liked squash. She didn't used to cook that. I didn't know what this was until I got grown. I don't think my mother must have liked these because we never ate these. Okay, you like the squash. She must have didn't like it because I never knew nothing about no zucchini. I didn't know what that was. Maybe because in the hood they didn't have it. I don't know. We were in Brooklyn, so I don't know. They might have had them. See, now the zucchini must be an acquired taste. So that means you wouldn't eat zoodles then. You wouldn't eat zoodles. The one how they make it, the noodles, you know, to substitute when you're on a low carb. They take the zucchini and make the noodles for spaghetti or whatever. It's absolutely fabulous. You don't like it. I wish you liked it because it's good. Only thing is, of course, it's not noodles, but it is so easy when you're trying to take off weight and you miss your spaghetti, you miss it. And that was before I discovered the low carb noodles that are out there. They're actually out there. I didn't think they had them, but they're out there. Publix carries them. And you can get them on Amazon too, but they're expensive. But yeah, before I knew about all of that, I had to have some kind of something that looked like a spaghetti. You know what I'm saying? I had to have me something. So the zucchini saved the day. I like squash too. But somehow I always end up buying zucchini. So I bought a bunch of them. Now, let me show y'all. This looks so pretty. This could be like a zucchini. This right here, just taking these, let me show y'all this. Just taking this right here could be like a zucchini, you know, a stir fry. A zucchini stir fry. See that? Everything I got on there could be another meal in and of itself. Hi, Lenora. How you doing, Lenora? How was your Sunday? I hope it was fabulous because mine sure was, especially when I get to go to the mall. You know, I like the mall and shopping. Hey, Lenora. What's going on? There go my pumpkin, Lenora. Come over and say hi, my pumpkin. He must like the camera. I didn't know. That's my pumpkin.
Hi, everybody.
Lenora, I'm gonna do another one. Let me show you this chicken he did. And this, how's the whole chickens going?
Working on it now. Almost done.
Let me show you this chicken he did. I had to make some room on this cutting board. I'm gonna show you this, Lenora. Check it out. Everybody else seen it already. Girl, did he do that or what? She said, hi, pumpkin. Girl, did he do that or what? That's one of the chickens that I marinated for him to do. And the other one I was trying to describe, it's an Asian one. I did it with, by the way, whoever tuned in when I did that chicken adobo, let me tell you what. That was my first time. Yes, girl, it is delicious. It's off the chain. The chicken adobo was my first time making chicken adobo. And for your first time, you know, you follow it and you do what it say. And it was good. It was really good. So you know me. I'm going to go back in there and I'm going to tweak it up a little bit and I'm going to hook it up. But it was very good just like that. It was awesome because I paired that up with black rice. That night we had cucumber with that and avocado. So that was a nice healthy meal. Then the next day I came back and I ate it again. It was already prepared. Try what? The chicken adobo? Did you see that video, Latasha? Well, I was getting burnt. My daughter done burnt me the other day when we was doing something. She burnt me with the air fryer by mistake. And I'm like still nursing that with the shea butter. Okay, so this here turkey is ready for me to pour off this water. That's a great thing. Let's do that. Let me get the, y'all can't see me, but I'm going to do it this way. And y'all, you know, you're going to see my kitchen is busy. And that's just all right. Because that means I'm in it cooking. And I got dishes and different things. We good. Okay. This pot is cool enough for me to do that. The handles don't get hot. Just the pot. So what I'm doing now is going to pour off the water off the turkey. And I'll show y'all that. I don't like that water. I don't like to just assume that turkey is clean. I don't like to assume any type of meat I deal with. I generally keep it clean
Turkey meat.
as much as I can by pulling out the blood. Watch out, watch out.
Turkey burger.
Oh,
A little bit more?
I don't want this to get on you.
A little bit more?
No, the turkey burger, turkey is done.
Wow. Good.
Okay, y'all, I'm gonna take y'all over here where y'all can see the turkey that I boiled. Oh, the turkey burgers was good. I was running my mouth.
Good. Man, we spicy too.
See them big old pieces? That's how Walmart be selling it. But it works out because I'm going to cook it down. Usually, like I say, I get my turkey from the bodega and, oops, let me put it over here. I'm sorry, y'all, making y'all dizzy. And it be them small chunks. If you ever bought your smoked meat from the bodega, it's the little small chunks of meat. But that is how Walmart sell them. So that's what I deal with. I don't mind because these are men in here eating it, so they don't care about that. So now they like all that meat. So I'm gonna put. Oh, geez, I need more water. He left. He left me. I'll be right back. Don't leave, y'all. I gotta go grab some more water. I'm back. I don't cook with sink water. So I have a water cooler in there too, but that takes too long to be filling up the something to transport it in. So I just go ahead on and get these here. I buy them by the case anyway. And this is the spring. This is the filtered purified water. That's what I like to cook with. And so forth. I don't deal with no sink water because as a nurse, I know we live in a stone belt. Oh, black rice, Latasha. Oh, let's show them that. But take that one off. I'll turn it this way.
Oh.
They look nice and plump, y'all. Here go the turkey burgers, and then I'll talk about the black rice. That's his turkey burgers. They came out pretty nice, but they're very tasty. I like that. They're juicy. Yeah, they real juicy.
I got 2 quarters coming up.
See, that's the reason why I'm doing these type of things, this here. Because a lot of things we don't know about. And unless somebody tell us, you know. But yeah, black rice is a rice of the Middle East. Not the Middle East, the of Asia. I'm sorry, it's Asian in origin. They say that it was the rice that was fed to the emperors. That they only allowed their emperors to eat that because it had all the qualities and properties for the nutrition to sustain long life. And they want their emperors to live a long time. So that rice had it had the distinction of being the healthiest that they could get for those people that they wanted to eat it. So it is awesome. I don't know if I have, oh, here's it. Here it is. Here it is. This is one brand. And it's about, it's not even a pound. It's 14 ounces. Not even a pound. And it's about $5, $6. Oh, they don't want to see that. They don't want to see that. Y'all better get y'all orders in. Then when he goes, put it right here. Here, hold this.
I didn't look to you.
It's finished. Y'all gotta see this right here. He making me like I'm so greedy. Look, that's the half a chicken.
2 half of chicken.
That's the 2 half a chicken that I cut myself earlier, but I made 2 halves out of it. And this one is the Asian one. This one is with the ginger and different, you know, honey ginger spice. I call it honey ginger spice, and it's very potent. And I have the drippings to make the sauce out of it, so that when you're eating it, you have an actual barbecue sauce made just for that particular flavor. Yes, honey, he did that too. So the black rice is Asian. And I'm still putting the vegetables into the, that's all I'm doing. I need to put it in a bowl and get, just 1 second. Because I don't have a lot of counter space. Because I have everything going on over here. But I'm trying to scoop up the vegetables, and I'll be right back on the camera to put them in the pot so they can begin to boil. Then I'll show you the seasonings that I use to put in there. And it comes out once your broth and everything gets to boiling, you have this really delicious soup that you using with the beans, and it is absolutely delicious. When I tell you, I had to learn. Hi, Beth. How you doing, Beth? I'm at it again, Beth. I'm doing pinto beans right now. I've done so far turkey burgers while I was on live. I seasoned them and showed everybody. Hi, Christy. How are you? Hope everybody's Sunday has been fabulous, because mine has, like I said, especially when I get a chance to go to the mall, which I did earlier, in between seasoning up the food for my husband to put on the grill. So I'll let you see this here. This is the pot. This is going to start boiling. And this is pinto beans. Not the pinto beans ain't in there yet. This is just the smoked turkey that I already boiled and poured off the water. I already boiled. Thank you, Christy. I already boiled. And then I added back some clean filtered water. And then I put in my vegetables, which is red pepper, green pepper, yellow pepper. I got a little bit of habaneros cut up in there. And I put me some bay leaves. And I'm going to toss a little bit of garlic, chopped garlic that comes in a jar. I'm not going to chop up any fresh garlic. I'm just going to put that. And then my spices, I'll show you that in a minute. I don't want this thing to fall. So when that comes to a boil, when I get my flavors going, then I add my beans. And I showed everybody the beans. I'll show you the beans, whoever just tuned in. That right there, that's the beans. And they've been soaked overnight. And they've been picked. And this is the debris. A lot of people don't know about how to do that. This is fresh beans out the bag. These are pinto. So after you finish soaking them, you get this much of debris. This is throwaway. this is what you don't want. So you never want to pour the beans from the bag directly into your pot. You soak, you wash, rinse, continue to wash and rinse, and pull off the debris. And then, let's see, what else you got going on here? I showed y'all the chicken. And then I got the zucchini is going to go in another pan. That's something different altogether. So, I've been busy. And, of course, the turkey burgers, they're there, too. So, I'm now going to go and start seasoning. Huh? Here, throw it in the garbage for me. I got all these bottles here. I don't have any room for nothing. Sorry. So, now I do use one of these because I have a turkey burger. So, not turkey burger. I have smoked turkey in there. And I want to get the flavor of pork, but there's no pork in there. So, I'll use one ham on. That's it. To the entire pot. Because those seasonings have, you know, they're not the best seasonings for you. But they give me the flavor that I want. And I know that it's in a lot of water and it's being spread out among enough people. That we're not all going to walk around here with swollen up ankles and headaches. Good to see you, Christy. How are the kids? And your studies coming along. Hope everything is going great. So, I'm putting one of these in there. Again, not your... But that's what I use for my beans. I don't use this stuff in anything else. And this is a soup. If you don't want to use this, if you find that this is too much salt or it messes with you, you can go ahead on and just use plain old chicken broth. Unsalted chicken broth, organic chicken broth, whatever. I'm sorry, I got to bite this. I got to get this open. Come on. Whichever way you want to do it. It's not correct. Oh, I see. Whichever way you want to do it. I put 1 cube in there. I got it open. And break it up. And after a while, this will start to boil and make a nice broth. Okay, that's about as unhealthy as I go. Those seasonings, that broth thingy and that ham on. Those are things that one day I'll get away from it, I suppose, altogether, or maybe not. Hey, it's all good. As long as you don't eat too much of it, you're good. And I'm gonna throw in some parsley flakes. I like that. Not too much. And some granulated garlic. But then I'm going to also add some of that delicious onion powder. And this is that one I get from Bulk Nation. It's real fragrant. Very strong onion powder. So, as I was saying, this is like my kitchen chronicles. My children... I'll do this by eye. And that's about a teaspoon of that. This is what I do. I want them to be able to see as well. Because sometimes you assume that people know how to cook a certain thing and they don't. So I'm getting a spoon. You stir it around. We're starting to come to a boil. I haven't even put, the only salt I put in here so far has been that little cube. So it's going to need more. I'll put a little bit of, I'll put some pink salt in here. And keep it real light because you don't want people complaining it's too much salt. I always do that. I crash something. I don't want to be on blood pressure pills, so I don't go too much. So a nice little teaspoon, and it's a lot of water, not even the whole thing, like a half a teaspoon. And there's a whole bunch of water in there because it has to boil down more with the turkey meat. So what I'll do is I'll post, I know you guys are going to be able to sit on here and wait till this is done. So what I'll do is once it's cooked down, I'll post pictures of it, of how it looked. But then as it's cooking now, all you're going to see is this, the same thing. Which is like your seasonings, and it's coming to a boil. And it's absolutely delicious. I wish you would try it to make, if you don't, I don't know, maybe you already make pinto beans, but whoever doesn't, or you wasn't sure, or you had a different way of doing it, this is a great way because you're making a broth. Before you add your beans to that, you make a broth. I think a lot of people, we do that with our greens too. And one of the things that I remember when we had our barbecue card and competed in Pig Fest was that our greens sold out. We had other vendors selling food who came and got in our line to buy beans, greens, and beans. But they come in our line to eat up all the collard greens. And so we're like, aren't you selling barbecue too? Yeah, but we have to have some of those greens. Because my daughter is, oh, it really started boiling now. My daughter, Tandra, is the green queen. I told the other day in the video how we would take our smoked pork shoulders. We would smoke them ourselves. We had a routine, a regular way to do that. And that was a Dominican style. We didn't just smoke them. We had a Dominican recipe. And that just involved stuffing them with garlic and stuff like that and knowing how to rub them and season them. And then they would smoke on the smoker. And once that a certain time passed, you know that bone would pop. You ever know, if y'all know what a big pork shoulder, it has that bone in it. And once that bone pop, that's how you know it's done on the inside. And then you got this big covering of pork fat around it that it kind of crisp up some of it. And we would take that off. And that would go in the greens. Bad, bad, bad. But it was so good. And people were like, what did you put in these greens? So we didn't use smoked meat off the shelf. We smoked it out, smoked for the beans either. We used that. We didn't use any type of smoked neck bones or nothing like that. We used that. And it just, whatever wood we cooked, he always knew how to get the wood, the right kind of wood. So that would be the flavor that would be into the smoked skin. So I'm going to see what this tastes like. Because I know it's pretty bland. I really think it is. Oh, I was wrong. It is not. It's very good. And honey, let me tell you. I took the habanero. Because I got a problem. I like hot. But I don't go too far. Yeah, you do too, Leslie, making the broth, right? I took the seeds out the habanero. I rinsed the habanero and I chopped it up. And I got you saw that water in there? And I still taste that joker. But it's good. It's really good. I'm surprised. No, I'm not surprised because I can cook, girl. Now I'm acting like a clown. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them hair beans. You see them there beans right there? You see that? You see that? You see that? Oh, that Latasha is the one that says she liked the broth way. Yeah, I don't know. I've seen people cook where they just like throw the greens in the pot or whatever, and then they get the seasoning. That ain't how that go. Not for me, But it takes you a while to get there. Now I'm putting the beans in here. But see that water, that'll be enough, I suppose, because this was 2 pounds of beans. This is not a 1 pound bag. This is a 2 pound bag. And if I see beans that need to be picked, I'll still take them and toss. I'm throwing that stuff in the sink. Like if I see this here broken bean like that, I don't include that in my food because I don't want it to be floating and taking up space, taking up my darn seasoning. If you broke, you didn't want to be included. I only take the jokers that lived through the soaking process. What kind of beans were those? These are pinto beans, Lenora. Pinto beans and smoked turkey. Pinto beans. You can do this and you can use these to make barbecue baked beans. I may do that one day, but of course it's going to be alternative sugar. I will not be using regular sugar. It'll be alternative sugars that I cook with. But I can still do it and it will taste fabulous. Yep, pintos. And I'm just making a pot of pinto beans with smoked turkey smoked turkey wings. And those were bigger than what I normally use because that's how Walmart sell them. I didn't go to, I usually go to Super Choice or the other one on Memorial Boulevard. And you get the smoked turkey, cut up in chunks. It'd be either the necks or the wings or the drumstick. But this was the wing with the drumstick and it's all attached. And I wasn't about to go hacking through it with I wasn't doing that. I just rather it just cook down. I know how to hack them. I know how to get my hatchet and break it down. But I have enough to do without that. Yes. Yes, Lord. As I'm saying, when you be cooking this, you go, yes, Lord. Because you know this going to be good. And it has a ways to go. But this is the idea. I just wanted you guys to see, you know, what the process was. And then that I use. Because I know you guys cook your own way. But it's the process that I use. And I just let these go. I'm going to put the camera over here. Because the amount of water is important. Especially these are, you know, the beans are raw. It's going to take a good, it's 6:57. I got to start eating at now. Because I should have had dinner already. So I'm going to show you this. And then I'm going to sign off and get my dinner. But yeah, because the 2 pounds of beans and those turkey wings are large. So this is what they look like once I stir them. And when this cooks down, you got something special. Now you take that, you see, let me show you. You want your beans to be like there. You know, that's quite a bit of beans in there. And all your vegetables. I think a zucchini snuck up in here. That wasn't my intention. But I just found it. But it's not going to hurt nothing. Because I had all that chopped up on the board. There's that delicious bay leaf. I got about 4 or 5 of those in there. And as the beans cook, they'll break down and become something special. And you could take that and like put it over whatever you eat beans on. Or just have them in a bowl. Just have them in a bowl. Or put them on I'm going to put a top on them. I'm going to let them come back to a boil. And then I'm going to put the top. Once they come to a boil, I put the top. And then turn them down. And they'll cook up in they'll be done in about 2 hours. And that'll be for tomorrow. Because tonight what I'm serving is the chicken, the turkey. We're going to have turkey burger just because. But the chicken and the zucchini and some avocado. That's tonight's dinner. Because it's already 7 o'clock and it's getting late. But yes, I'm going to make sure I post pictures of these beans once they're done. And I appreciate you all for joining me. And I also realized that in order for you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, see you later, Latasha. In order for you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and thanks for joining, you have to go on to the videos that come up on Facebook. Because I'm so little and small compared to everybody. You will not type in eat healthy, live happy. You're not going to get me. So it's thousands of people that those words come up. So thank you, Lenora. So if you go into one of my videos that's already been posted, that's already on YouTube, but you get it through Facebook, I think that's how my daughter did it. She went through there. You're welcome. And she was linked to YouTube through there. And then you can subscribe. I appreciate you guys for subscribing to help me get on the search engine. That's the way then when you type in my name of Eat Healthy, Live Happy, I'll pop up. But it's going to take a lot of work. So I really do appreciate you guys for helping me get there. And I love you all, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.